What can I do as an agent to enhance my chances of winning an instruction? Conversation I have a lot with the Whozoo agents. I'm a firm believer that small margins make a huge difference. The accumulation of small little touch points and little things can absolutely influence your ability to win instructions. Trying to go through the process a little bit from my perspective, let's say that an owner calls up and we have a conversation and they want me to come and value the building. I'll lock a date in. I'll immediately follow up with an email with them, okay? Immediately, 30 seconds after I've put the phone down. So perfect, you know, they get off the phone, Tom's a nice chap, phone goes down, immediately next time they check their inbox, they've got an email from me confirming that meeting. Number one, prior to the meeting, I'm confirming that meeting, whether that's 24 hours before or a couple of hours before, subject to what time the meeting is and what day the meeting is. I'm making sure that's confirmed. I'm not turning up to any buildings and there being no owner, he's not turned up, or they're not prepared for me to come. I'm turning up to that meeting, I'm turning up early. I'm making sure that I've researched that building thoroughly. Not only have I researched the building thoroughly, I've researched the owner thoroughly. So I'm turning up, and as far as I'm concerned, other than things that I can't find online, I know exactly what the situation is here. I know what the owner's got in terms of his businesses. I know what the site's got in terms of planning permissions. I've looked at leaseholds. I've looked at tenancies. I'm pretty up to speed by the time I turn up. I don't want to be getting a huge amount of new information there. And when I'm in that meeting, as far as I'm concerned, it's about obviously getting information about the building, but significantly more important is about relationship building. I want that owner to leave that meeting going, he's a fucking cool guy. You know, that's basically it. And I mean that by I want them thinking that is the agent I want to work with, not, yeah, that's another agent and then the next one will come in and the next one will come in. I want them thinking, I like him on a personal level, not just an interchangeable agent. So I'll leave that meeting. I will then thank the owner immediately after. So maybe not immediate, maybe a couple of hours after. So thank you very much for hosting me. Here's what we discussed, yada, yada, yada. Then I'm doing my valuation report. However each agency chooses to do the valuation report, get the report over to the client, send the report, make sure that they get a phone call immediately. And then from there, it's ultimately about asking for the business and then following up until you've got some answers. Now, some people will instruct immediately. Some people might not instruct for 6 months. Some people might not instruct at all. But it's a constant process of getting in front of the owner, them remembering that you exist, them remembering that you were that agent that you talked about and you lived in the same area or support the same football team or go to the same pub or whatever. It's those small touch points that I think add value to winning an instruction. Now, a lot of this process, your CRM should be able to take care of in terms of automated emails to the client and making sure that you're communicating and your tasks are set and all that sort of stuff. But obviously, there's certain elements of it, the human elements of it, that only you can do as an agent. But I think it's important to constantly be thinking about the small margins that can be, you know, they're small wins. They're small wins. As an agent, you're looking for those tiny margins, those tiny wins, you know, because you have to expect that if you're going in to talk to the client, there's probably another agent going in immediately after you, and you have to make sure that you stand out ahead of that agent because it's, you know, it's competitive, and you need to make sure that those small margins, you're just edging yourself ahead of the next person, following up with immediate emails, following up with ultimately what you consider to be best practice. Worth thinking about if you're an agent in the market, what does best practice look like? And we've done that in the business. We try and execute that every single time.